Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for BroadwayWorld. We're at the Majestic Theatre for the world premiere of the new documentary, The Show Must Go On, and some of Broadway's favorites came out to celebrate.
This was unexpected. What do I do now? Could we start again, please? Could we start again? I think you've made your point now. You've even gone a bit too far to get your message home.
How do you feel tonight?
It's wild, because we had this crazy idea to make this thing about a year ago, and here we are at the Majestic and with so many members of the community, and it really means a lot to be able to celebrate the work of these productions, celebrate the work of the Korean theater community on this very, very special night.
Okay, you and your mom traveled to, South Korea. I mean, just following Phantom of the Opera and Cats, they did it right.
It was astounding. I mean, the world tour of the Phantom of the Opera opened the week that Broadway and the West End shut down. And, for a while, it was the only large-scale English-language musical running anywhere in the world. So it was really an incredible thing. And it was such a privilege to get to document that production's journey, as well as the journey of the South Korean tour of Cats.
What do you hope audiences walk away with after seeing this?
I hope that it instills confidence in folks to come back to the theater, to be part of our big reopening this fall. Yes, we are in uncertain times, but I think what the Korean theater industry shows is that theater is a uniquely safe venture when it's compared to other things that you can do, and I hope that that gets folks back into the theater quickly.
Oh my gosh, I feel like it's life happening right now. I've been in sweats for a year and a half. It's nice to be here. It's nice to be around humans, to be around people, have something to celebrate, and thank God Broadway is coming back and doing it safely and in a healthy way. So.
On a carpet, how does it feel?
Everything's as if we never said goodbye.
That sounds like a song title.
Yeah, I might, I'll be right back. I'm gonna write it.
But how exciting is it? I mean, just prepping like, oh my God, you're going into the Majestic Theatre tonight.
I know, it's so amazing to go inside anywhere these days, especially a theater. It's very, very special, and I was so excited coming here, even just coming to Midtown.
I am beyond excited. This is just an incredible day for theater, for Broadway, just to be in community in the theater after all this time. So it's been really wonderful.
To be back on a red carpet, it's like an opening night. It's completely crazy. Everyone's fully vaccinated. I'm so excited, and I'm in the film, so it brings back a lot of memories, and I'm just excited to be here with everyone.
Getting dressed today, how exciting was this? Like, I'm going to a premiere.
Yeah, I called my friend TW, who styles me for a lot of these things. I was like, hey, we got an event to do. So I was excited, yeah.
But doesn't it feel well to go into your closet and say, I'm going to put an outfit on, a suit?
No, and to be back at the Majestic. It feels like coming home, actually, which feels good.
Really have been taking each day step by step, and it's really very momentous that this is happening, and I'm very, very grateful that it's happening in a very safe and very conscientious way, and that everyone is taking care of everybody, and I'm just very proud to be part of the community that takes care of each other, and may we continue to do it.
What have the past 15 months been like for you with the change that's happening, which you've helped do?
It's been wild, it's been hard being home doing this type of work and not really seeing or knowing what's going to happen once we emerge. But being back in rehearsal and being with this and seeing people, it's been amazing to see that people have been embracing that,
How excited are you? Here we are on the red carpet at the Majestic.
I'm so excited. It's great. I've been out in New York for a little bit, and it's nice to come back for this wonderful explanation of what went on. So many people ask me about, South Korea and how we survived, and we were the only production there for many, many weeks. And then eventually the production of Cats over there sort of took our place, and the Korean market opened back up over there, and it was just as the documentary I hope will show. I have not seen it myself, but we're also going to be singing a few numbers, so it's going to be great.
You're in the poster, show us.
Oh yeah, right here. That's me, with wig.
I'm very excited to be back on the red carpet again and going into a Broadway theater. It's been too long. Just imagining the day and the evening and so many things that I took for granted before everything shut down. So very happy to be here.
It's wonderful. It's nice to be out and about and to see folks and, be on 44th Street where I performed my first Broadway show at the St. James Theater right there behind us. And you know, there are lots of messed up things going on in the world and a lot of things that, you know, could drive us crazy. But I'm grateful to be here, to be alive, to be able to make changes that are positive and that will help the industry and help the world. So I won't complain today. I'm not complaining today. I'm going to...
You never do. But I want to ask you...
No, I do complain.
It's miraculous. It's just been such a difficult time, so it's so nice to be on the other side of it. Hopefully it stays this way. But yeah, it's a real treat to be here. And great to see you.
You too.
Thank you.
You've got a book in your hand.
I genuinely need to relearn it. I got the sheet music in my hand.
I love it. The sheet music to Hadestown in your hand.
Indeed. Yes, yes, yes.
How does that feel, though? I mean, this must be so exciting to be holding a binder of a show you helped create, and it's coming back to Broadway.
Yes. I feel lots of things. It's hard to articulate. It's not one thing yet. Yeah.
I'm so excited for this documentary. It's amazing what they did in that theater. It's extraordinary how they just kept on going, and it's like we should all be following their leads going into reopening, and it's just amazing the example they set so early into the pandemic when everything was so unclear and no one was sure of anything. So the way they just kept going forward and did it safely is something we should all look up to.
You're so gorgeous. You're on the first red carpet. You're in front of the Majestic Theatre.
I know. So we just rehearsed, and it was incredibly emotional to be singing again at this theater and just with all these incredible people. It's just, I don't know, it strangely feels normal, but it also is just, I don't know, it's a little sad too, and just like, I don't know, it's tricky.
And what are you singing tonight?
Well, we're closing with As If We Never Said Goodbye. That's like, I can't think of a better anthem for this. Like, when we just start, these words start coming out, and just every single word in that song is exactly how all of us feel in showbiz. I don't know why I'm frightened. I know my way around here. The cardboard trees, the painted seas, the sound here.
So many people will be going to a Broadway show for the very first time when Broadway opens again. Do you remember the first Broadway show you saw and how magical it was?
Oh my gosh, I think the very first Broadway show I saw was the revival of Les Mis in the 90s. And I was in high school. I came from Boston, like on a school trip, and it was incredible. I didn't know that many people could be on stage or make that kind of sound. It was thrilling.
My family got us tickets to see Heather Headley and Aida. So that was a huge deal for me, life-changing career, guideposting for me. So yeah, I remember, and I hope that other people get to experience that same magic.
Annie, 1978, Sarah Jessica Parker. I was in first grade, I think.
I remember my first Broadway show. It was a funny thing happened on the way to the Forum.
St. James.
And I came from Boston to see it.
It was Les Mis, and I came on a high school trip, and well, I'm still doing what I saw that night because it changed my life so profoundly.
I saw Thoroughly Modern Millie when I was 15 years old, second row. Gavin Creel and Sutton Foster blew my mind away. And I just had dinner with Gavin Creel a couple of nights ago, so now we're friends.
It was in the 8th grade I saw Wicked on Broadway, and the overture started. I'm like, what is this? Out there getting paid to do this for a living? Dear God, I want to do that.
The very first Broadway show I saw was Black and Blue when I moved here in 1990, and it was one of the most stupendous things I've ever seen on stage in my life.
First Broadway show I saw was actually Rock of Ages, and it was super magical because, I usually do shows that are very avant-garde and out there. I think Carolina Change is probably the most non-avant-garde show that I'm done or doing. And I just remember how magical it was, and that made me feel like I belonged to this community because it was different.
My first Broadway show was Phantom of the Opera Not a surprise. So actually the conductor, Miss Kristen Blodgett, who put me into the show, was the conductor I saw.
Oh my gosh, the first Broadway show I saw was Avenue Q at the Golden Theater, and that was actually the first time I said that I was going to be a Broadway stage manager, and all these years later, it happened. So it was very magical.
The first Broadway show I saw was Chicago at the Ambassador Theater, which is weirdly and spiritually, divine timingly, where I did my audition for Phantom. So on the stage of the Ambassador Theater is where I auditioned for Phantom. But and it was life-changing for me. I was in high school, and it was my first trip to New York. And so, yeah, Broadway still is that thing that we all hope that it is. It is that thing. It is that thing.
Everything's as if we never